Hello everyone and welcome back to another Tales of the Shire video. It's day 3 of our playthrough and against the grain, I'm loving the game, so I hope you all are too. It's funny, it's kind of kooky. Could it be better? Absolutely, but that's the same with every game. But anyway, enough about that. Let's see what trials and tribulations await our dear friend Bazzy in Bywater today. So just a reminder to click that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with all the adventures in Tales of the Shire, including our previous 2 videos and also future ones. But to get you up to speed, this is day 3. We're waiting on news, as always, of our village, accreditation. So every morning we check our post box for today's activities and quests. And today is no different. I keep falling asleep, so Arlo always has to deliver me home and delivers a lovely message. Him as well. He had to throw me home in a wheelbarrow. So there's a few quests from Nefi, Nora, and some thank yous from yesterday's mealtime with Noakes and Marigold. And then, of course, there's a come and see me from Nora on how the club activity has impacted our village. So we're going to fly down to the village square. Going to accidentally activate photo mode. We're going to skip, obviously. And try and loot anything that we come across as we frolic. But yeah, this is why I think the game is good to play in like short bursts, because there's a lot of stuff is kind of time gated. You kind of do a few activities, then you have to end your day, then you go on to the next part. So it's kind of good to segment the fun in that way. So we've got 2 things that we have to talk to Nora about. First one is the fork. So if you remember, Hodson tried to pawn air quotes expensive dwarven fork, which it turns out Nora says is actually legit and very rare indeed. So this isn't actually explored much in the game yet about cutlery and decorations and stuff, but I'd imagine what cutlery you use for your meal times will become important in time. Now we're going to find out what the crack is with the village progress. So Nora's been thinking about the wolf's head. And again, if you remember in the first video or 2, one of the rules of becoming a village in the Shire is that you have to have a wolf's head on your village gate. Plot twist, not everyone knows, or very few know, what a wolf looks like. So we're on a fact-finding mission on how to, I suppose, create a wolf's head, because we can't obviously get an actual wolf's head because they haven't been seen in the Shire in hundreds of years. Now I can't remember the lifespan of a hobbit, so I don't know if anyone is actually capable of remembering what a wolf looks like, but we have to kind of fact find our way through a description. So there's a few hobbits that we have to visit. Old Noakes could be the first one. He's always been old. He was old and grumpy when he was born. Again, I'd like to highlight that the writing in this game is quite hilarious, and it is a shame in one way that it's not being voiced, because I do think people are kind of missing out. I'm missing out on it by talking it over and not reading it out to you all, but do spend some time reading it, because you will chuckle. So we have to ask Old Noakes what a wolf looks like, and it's only now I'm realising how useful those birds are, because I'm kind of stopped looking at the map to find out where everyone is and just kind of going where the birds send me. So at first I was critical of there being no minimap and it kind of being confusing, but you can kind of use the birds quite easily to find your way around the Bywater. And that kind of helps with it becoming a bit more of a fluid game. There's no stop and start. So there's Old Noakes. It's like one of my favourites in the game so far. You want to know what a wolf looks like? I thought you might know something. Can you remember it? He said they came with ice and snow and you couldn't see them until it was too late. So Marigold's grandmother is the next port of call, or Marigold maybe, if she knows what her grandmother would say in such an instance. So we're going to follow the bird's advice. Oh yeah, so we're right kind of near beside it. It's only now you kind of really appreciate how gorgeous this game kind of does look. It's really, really intricate, but also simple, if that makes sense. How everything's kind of woven in together. I'm really a fan of it, and I'm going to give the game its just desserts for that. It's a nice explorable area. So here's Marigold. I don't think her granny's with us these days, so know anything about wolves? Old Noak said your granny had a fight with one. But yeah, I don't think Marigold's going to be too helpful. It had great big eyes that you couldn't hide from. So we just have to report to Fosco then. And then we talk to Farmer Cotton, who it seems is always at these meetings but never volunteers the information. It's always, we find out too late that he's actually integral to finding out things. So we track him down at the village square. And there's Orlo, who'll probably be fetching us in a wheelbarrow later on tonight. Here we go. Farmer Cotton. Chat to him. Have you ever seen a wolf? Wolves are on our mind. So he's not going to say that in the open in case he spooks someone. Let's go to the Green Dragon. Why not? The centre of all civilization. The pub.
Oi.
Orlo's here too. Nasty brutes. Did your grandfather say what the wolf looked like? It looked like a wolf. There we go, lads. But we don't know what that looks like. Always the voice of reason is our Arlo. It's a type of dog. I suppose that's a fair comparison. Haven't seen any dogs in the Shire though. Wait for Fosco to finish making the wolf's head. So again, you're always kind of time gated with these things, so you're going to have to kind of keep yourself busy while that quest goes in the background. So we have a few things that we have to do. We got a letter from Nefi, and we can also finish Delphi's cure quest that also includes Fosco. So we're going to talk to Nefi first because Nefi has sent us a letter. And as we are travelling to the dwarf and the forge, we're going to loot everything we can because we're that type of a hobbit. Following the birds and the bees. It's a gorgeous wee side area. And then we have ladled the armoured duck. And again, there's always those like blue sparkle cutscene things that I would recommend doing. I'm not too sure if they progress quests or they reveal quests, but there seems to be a lot of plot twists or plot contained in them where you find out that young Tom Cotton doesn't want to be a farmer but actually wants to be a smith. So maybe if Nefi leaves, Tom's going to be the forge person. Who knows? So yeah, I'd imagine he's going to become his assistant of some sort. Yeah, bye Tom. Young Tom. Talk to Nefi, and then you're going to hear about Nefi's desire to make friends. Always an admirable thing to do. And to do that, they're going to learn through the Hobbit way of making friends, which is through food. So the first thing you're going to want to do is give Nefi a meal just from your inventory.
Yeah.
Which surprisingly is difficult in this game because you always are missing like one or two like mixing ingredients like flour, which is criminally expensive. or things like that. So hopefully you have enough to make a meal, or you have one in storage or something. But yeah, I love when these kind of games do this, where you're learning how to play the game through an NPC. So Nefi doesn't know how to make friends as a hobbit, so even though we don't really know how to do it, we're going to teach her. And again, funny dialogue aplenty. So bring a meal to Nefi. You can trade with her, and it's bacon and pork, or bacon grease for seasoning. We don't have anything though to trade. We're poor. So get your keister back to your pantry and get some of a nice meal. Or you can cook. I do like the cooking in this game. It's kind of a fun little twist to just adding stuff, and you can kind of make it smooth, crisp, chunky or tender. I do think that it depends on the ingredients you put into how close of a perfect meal you can get to, but what we've kind of made so far is just rhubarbs. This rhubarb dish. It's our speciality. So you can always mix it, or you can fry it on the pan. It's a rich rhubarb pie. It's as close as we can get to perfection. Now we've no ingredients for anything else. It's always good though to try and make a note of stuff that you do need, because we are going to invite Nefi and Lily to a meal soon, so we do have to kind of keep an eye out for things we can fashion into a meal. Teleport back to Nefi, where we have our lovely rhubarb ensemble. And of course it's got weak construction, something I could probably agree with my real life cooking. So slowly we're educating them into the ways of the Hobbit. Shade. So yeah, we just have to get through this painful dialogue. So I think the little kind of like black screens is to show that she was just ranting for ages and ages. How did you learn to cook? Well, Lily Cotton has not been teaching me, to be honest. I've been discovering this all myself. I can't blame her for my monstrosities. How long have we been her apprentice? Not that long. I'd say maybe 2 hours. 2-3 hours is our gameplay. So Nefi wants to join the cooking club, essentially. The more the merrier. And to do that, we invite both of them to come dine at Chez Boffin. Such is life. So get your keister back to your writing desk to invite both of them. It's kind of a cool mechanic that you can invite people. I'd imagine there's going to be new food venues that we can invite. Now, they do kind of want you to tailor meals to your guests, but we have very few resources and not enough interest in them to be too picky. We're going to dump all the stuff back into the pantry because our backpack is criminally low. We have a few things. We do need to make like one more meal. There you go. And then before we finish off our day, there is 1 or 2 things. We have to do Delphi's quest with Fosco, which is about the herbs. Now, I was looking to see if there was like an official quest item for the herbs, but it's just any kind of herbs. So I'm just going to take all the pepper and pepperworth and hedge mustard, whichever one she wants to use for the quest. There's no official one. And then we're going to go to Delphi. So in the previous quest, Fosco has kind of got like a head cold, and Delphi is now the pharmacist. So we're trying to collect herbs for her to make medicine. So any 3 herbs. And Voila. Drugs. Could you check on him later? So you can go and check on Fosco now. My game allows it. So we just have to find the man himself. All the while frolicking. Now it obviously depends on the time of day in your game to where he'll be, but I'm in the evening time, so he's having a nice relaxing pint in the pub. We give him the drugs. And he says, "What have you done to me?" Oh no. Dun dun dun. We've spiked him. So yeah, he's sneezing. He's obviously had an allergic reaction of some sort. So how's the wolf head coming along? I'll let you know when it's ready. Go back to Delphi for more help, so not sure that's the best idea considering she's made him sicker, but we'll commit to it. So it's coming into nighttime, so we do have to be wary of the time, but we'll try and get this quest banged out before too long. Take a sour meal to Fosco. So we have to make a sour meal for him and bring it to him, I think. Her jam is very expensive, so we shan't be buying it. Well, you trade 5 or 6 herbs for jam, which seems like a lot, but look, maybe it'll be easier to forage later on. So we have to take the sour meal to Delphi, who'll then give it to Fosco. So we're going to pop back home. We have a sour meal. There's nothing else we can cook, so the only reason why I'm checking this is because Lily and Nefi are coming for breakfast in the morning, so we do have to remember to bring something home with us that we can cook. So we're going to take the meal to Delphi and hopefully complete this quest before we go comatose. Here she is. Here's the sour meal. 'Tis a rich rhubarb pie, my signature dish. Did your mother write down any cures in the beautiful book? This is very Irish, so Irish people have cure books as well, so it's kind of funny to be reading about this in a fantasy game when it's kind of reality here. Anyway, see if Fosco is feeling better. We did go to his shop, but he is, I presume, asleep, and then we collapse. And again, it's up to Arlo to wheelbarrow us home. Now, there's no penalty, I don't think, for this, except embarrassment. But you do get a letter each time from Arlo, so maybe there is going to be punishment soon enough. I don't know. So it's a new day in the Shire. 6 days left in summer. We have new post, so we can do the wolf quest and we can finish off Fosco's head cold trauma. So it says here, see if Fosco is feeling better. And we do have post. So Arlo's getting strong because he's wheelbarrowing us home. Yeah, so Nefi, I crave salt. Lily, a pinch of something sweet. We're not going to listen to that. You'll eat what's given. We do actually have to find something that we can cook one of them. We have a meal in storage. Thankfully there's no expiration in this game. We go to the village square and they're already talking about the wolf head. Or we get the grand reveal.
Oh, hello.
Who invited you here, Sandy Man? Why don't we look at the wolf's head? Here we go. It's not that bad. It's ridiculous. Well, since none of them know what it looks like, I don't know how they can say it's ridiculous, but it looks too friendly. That is kind of valid criticism, I suppose. Could be a friendly wolf, though. You never know. How embarrassing. What have you done, Fosco? Why, for big eyes, looks like a dog. They're supposed to strike fear in the hearts of hobbits. So one of the things that we're missing are fangs. And the only way we can get fangs is by collecting sticks. So that's kind of like the final finale part of this quest. Getting some sticks, some sharp sticks. So we have to try down by the riverbanks, find anything sharp, be as quick as you can before Sandy Man comes back for more ridicule. At this moment we'll talk to Fosco. How is your head cold? So I think the sour food has actually helped him in an unconventional way. So Delphi's experimenting with pharmaceuticals has paid off somewhat. So we got some fennel for our trouble. I don't think that's enough to cook Lily and Nefi a decent meal. But anyway, we're going to go to the riverbank and we're going to collect 3 sharp sticks. So they're just like that. They're like little branches. Or spiky sticks, actually, should I say. Which will be used to fashion a convincing... There's Lily there. Lovely wolf's head. So there we go. Submit them. So we're going to hang the wolf's head over the gate. I think it looks kind of cool. So we have hanging bolts from Hobson, which is absolutely going to be a bad idea. He's a bit of a gangster. That looks pretty cool, I think. Very Game of Thrones-esque. It does look fierce. Slay. Can anything stop us hobbits? Well, yes, that can. It fell down. So, of course, the wolf quest is going to continue and continue. Wait to hear back about the village campaign. So again, once we finish the main kind of quest, it's up to you to do all the side ones and kind of like end your day for the next part. So we're going to continue on with Nefi's. We're going to invite both Nefi and Lily Cotton over for a little bit of grub. And as you can see, my lovely garden palace is grand. We need to do a little bit of watering. Always a good idea. There we go. Oh, we have a flower. We need to refill our watering can. The flower's kind of cool. 'Tis nice. I wonder, is there a function to it? Is that like a decoration or something maybe for something we'll put in another flower seed just in case flowers are some sort of a rich commodity to start growing. And it's fully watered, so grand. Now, let us see. Can we cook anything? Yes, we can do these picklets. So again, nice little cooking mini game where we're trying to get as close to the sweet spot as possible. Not paying much attention to either what Nefi or Lily want to eat. They will cook what is given to them and they'll be happy for the privilege. I presume there will be some sort of so you can get like a delicious flavour by using 2 ingredients. I presume there's going to be some sort of a payoff for actually cooking stuff that they want to eat, but we'll worry about that when we actually have resources. Right now, it's slim pickings what Bazzy Boffin can cook. There we go. Now we could just go to our... I don't know whether you need them in your inventory or not, but we'll keep them in our inventory. We're just going to put in all our stuff. We have some flour as well that we have bought and have surplus of for our next few meals. Can't put flowers into the pantry, so we have to keep them. That's a bad point of having flowers, I suppose. Now, we can begin. Let's begin. Now, I haven't really tried putting decorations down. Don't see the point just yet. I don't know who wants to eat what. I don't think either of them are that fussed on anything I've made. There we go. 11's is at home, so instead of breakfast we're having a little bit of an evening ale natter. Nefi's huge. It's spicy. Oh, she's not happy. These are very good fish cakes that are spicy, and Nefi's not happy. Look how filthy the hands are. Wow. Let's hope that they are still going to give me some items and that the quest is finished. Hey, level 2. Okay, they're happy enough-ish. So that's one meal you can cook, Nefi, which you seemingly do not like. You didn't really share much. So scones is the nice place to start. So we got bluefinned gudgeon for some reason, which has nothing to do with scones, but anyway. We got rhubarb and pepper braised pork from Nefi. So I think you get meat from Nefi. So we're obviously going to have to trade for ingredients from that. And then Lily, before she runs off, has something to give us as well, I think. Amazing autumn tart. Recipe. Happy days. All these recipes of things that I probably do not have any resources to cook. But yes, lads, that is day 3 or part 3 or video 3 of our Tales of the Shire playthrough. Hope you're enjoying the game as much as I am. And I really am. We might make a video of all the goods and bads of the game, just so that we're full disclosure about what we'd like to see improved. But I'm enjoying the game. I really am, and I hope you are too. Something nice, something different. And it's so peaceful and zen, and we've just discovered peaches, so there you go. Every day is a learning day. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to be expanding into lots of other cozy games that I hope you enjoy playing, and I hope you enjoy my nonsense. As always, thanks very much for checking out the video. Drop us a comment, share your thoughts and whatnot, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, look after yourselves, be good, and take care.